Put me asleep. I would be out. I'd finish one and be like, I'm done for the day.
I had one.
Good evening, Candles and Coasters. Good evening, Coasters. Welcome to another evening with us here on Wild Beyond the Witchlight and Candles and Coasters. I apologize. Is he? Yeah. No one's paying attention tonight. It's all good. We'll pay attention in a minute.
Look, this table's not paying attention.
Oh,
that's
that
right.
table,
That table
there, yeah.
is very
Oh,
good.
no, I knew she
We
started.
get a
Oh, okay.
You did get an A. I'm
Hey,
so
hey.
sorry.
All right, now you're becoming a cow.
Right. So before we start this evening, we would like to wish one of our own happy birthday.
It's her. It's this one. It's her birthday.
Yeah.
It's not obvious.
Yeah, it's not obvious from the balloon,
Should
right?
we sing? Do we sing?
Sure.
I feel like we should sing.
Do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, we
Everybody.
Are we
Go.
ready to do this?
3, 2,
We're
Yeah.
gonna sing directly to you. Everybody at home, wherever you're at,
Yes, if
sing
you're
happy
watching,
birthday
sing at
Yeah.
directly to Sage,
Absolutely.
aka Layla Stormwater, aka Loretta. And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Oh, we're not in key. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm not on.
This was a disaster.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
He's doing it in character
There we
over
go.
here.
I noticed. That is impressive, Jericho. Thank you.
You didn't have the accent.
Oh, I didn't. You're right. I didn't. Hold on. I have to get.
Do it again.
Oh,
my.
okay.
Do it again. There we go.
have to
Happy
individually sing it to
birthday
her.
to you.
I am not doing that.
We're trying to see how ready you can make me right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
That's because you didn't tell me the cameras were on. So you know.
Oh, okay.
No, you were
Well.
gonna do that anyway, and you know it.
Good evening and welcome. As we start this evening, happy birthday to one of our own. And we're going to start this evening by finding out what Jericho turned one of our friends into.
All right. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Probably more.
if we go back in time. All right. We're standing here, and I look at Torn, and I say, Torn, do you trust me? And he said, Jericho, you're my best friend in the whole world. I would trust you with anything. I was
Jericho,
like, good.
you're my best friend in the whole world. I will trust you with anything.
Awesome. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transmute your physical form. You might feel a pinch. And so I reach out and I begin to warp your body into a very strange and fantastical shape as I shrink you down smaller and smaller, and your horns vanish entirely. Your fur becomes blood red feathers, and you sprout wings, and in a blink of an eye, you have become a blood hawk.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. All right, guys. Because I didn't hand these to you before.
Oh.
Take a handful of them, put them in front of you. Don't read them yet.
Oh.
Everyone take a handful and pass
Wait a
them.
minute.
Roughly.
Define handful.
Okay, roughly there are.
My handful or her handful?
Yeah, because
Take roughly
Yeah,
1/4
right.
of the
Right.
things that are in there.
Okay, roughly a quarter. All right, so 3/16.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go first, or
I
am
now
go
feel
first?
like I should
I got
have.
it. 5. All right, here we go.
Divided
5/28
these.
I
of
have
a
no
handful.
idea.
Fight, playing a math game.
Here we
some
go.
of us can't do
All right,
math.
that looks about
That is
About right.
Not a fourth.
6, 9, 7. Yeah,
way
we're good.
less.
6, 9, 7.
I have a tiny hand.
That's okay. You can hand. I mean, the other side of the table has to grab some too, and y'all can
Oh,
just
wait,
set them
we have
down
to
in the
share?
middle.
So
Yeah.
we get the
Okay.
rest.
Yeah.
No, you can just each grab a couple and then set it on the floor, and
Whatever's
we'll see
left,
who
just
needs
empty
the
it out
extra
in
stuff.
Corn's lap.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Not sure who will need them. All right. Just gonna put extra on there. You're
There
assuming
you
you're gonna
go.
need
Just
them.
sprinkle it over top.
Good.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Well, that was awesome. I'm glad that you're just gonna assume that you're gonna need them torn. Yay. All right. So
I mean, he
They were supposed to
generally
be
does.
prepared.
Just saying.
you did decide to go deeper into Briganock Ryan.
Yes.
And they told you that they can lay you down. They're like, hey, there's a spot we can even take you to that'll help you get into Motherwarn, which all of you were like, that sounds great. And now you fit.
Okay.
Yay!
There you
I don't
go.
know what they sound like, but I'm a blood hawk.
You don't know what they
Picture like, okay, so like, think like Corbin, you know, like real big blackbird.
Oh,
Except that, imagine if all of a blackbird's feathers were dipped in blood.
oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I know, but what's it sound like? Oh, just caw. Oh, normal bird noises.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
Caw.
It's an album cover right
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Take my picture.
Yep.
So they tell you we're very excited that you are willing to try this out with us, but we do have a quick test that we need you to pass before we can take you further into the mine.
What?
What?
There was no mention of
What
it.
was the one?
Hold on now.
Well,
I need
it's
like my
here
own
now.
room.
Whoa.
You need your own room.
Yeah,
I'm a bird.
I'm gonna need like. I get test anxiety.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You've been walking behind them the whole time, so they just walked you right up to where they were talking about.
I feel triggered.
I'm so sorry. So, they explained to you, we would like you to pass this bridge with us. And where you are standing at now, the route itself ends at a gaping chasm, on the far side of which there is a grotto full of stalactites and stalagmites. A truce bridge is constructed of intricate wooden struts and beams spanning this 100-foot gap across the chasm. Beneath the bridge there is darkness dotted with small purple lights. And, well, declares Molliver, here we are at jolly old Ravenwish Cavern. Best stay on the bridge and not dilly-dally. And he begins to walk across. What would you like to know? Or do? Everyone's... The fact that you're all staring at me like...
Yeah, no, we don't trust bridges over chasms.
You don't
Uh,
trust
I
bridges
can
over
just fly.
chasms?
I was like, you can just fly, so
So
you
can
know.
Sage.
It's true.
Yeah, the only two people that's got to worry about anything is just the king and I.
That's, you know... It's valid. It's valid. And let's see here.
Now, Molliver is just walking, right? Just
Mhm, he's
strutting
just-
right across.
He
like
is.
He's not above his own doom.
Yeah, he's just walking across. He seems fine.
All right. So you guys just gonna fly?
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave me these magnificent blood wings, so
Yeah.
This is true.
might as well do.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
hope
I'm
for the best.
always
So-
choosing to fly. It
I
doesn't
feel
really
like
matter.
yeah. Otherwise,
I feel like
That's
it's a
just-
trap.
Yeah.
I do
100%
feel like it's a
probably
trap.
trap.
Yeah. I mean, it screams trap
Okay.
to me.
100%.
So I need to know. So explain to me how we're gonna. It's a bridge, and there is a lot of talk about flying it or walking, and what we're just tell me what we're doing. Okay.
I'm flying it.
Okay. How are you flying it? You're
With my
flying.
wings.
You walked right into that, or should I say, you flew right into that?
You know what? That's totally fine. You fly on your wings.
Gonna make sure all of us end up
Oh,
dying.
good. That's not ominous at all.
She's gonna make sure
Go ahead,
all of us
Tor.
dying.
You
Fly
just
on
fly
your
right
wings.
across
So
on
it
the
was just a
wings.
chasm with a bridge, so I should be able to just fly over it.
Yeah, should.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Well, you hope.
So
That's what
where?
I'm attempting to do.
So where?
Over it.
I'm gonna
Like,
follow
I'm following-
behind
okay.
him, but hovering
So,
above
like,
the bridge.
yes.
So if it
Question
breaks,
is-
I don't
Hovering.
fall.
Yes.
There
I'm
we go.
following.
My
Yeah.
question
Yes.
is, there is a chasm like this.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a bridge right here, but you can fly.
Yes.
You do not have to fly over the bridge. You could fly wherever you
Ah.
wanted. You could fly. You could be adventurous and try to fly way above it or under it and try to see why there's purple lights in the chasm.
Don't do
You
that.
could be like, hey, I'm just gonna fly out to the side a little bit because then my friends are going forward and I can fly out to the sides of them. These are the questions.
I'm flying over the bridge.
Directly over the bridge.
Here's the bridge. Here's me.
It's like that close. I'll just like way down there, just like
No, I mean, I'm
Like
above
under
it.
the bridge.
I know, like what's happening? Are you trying to clip your wings here? What's going
I'm
on?
over it.
Okay,
I'm over it.
so you're going across.
Yes.
Watch the baby bird.
What's happening? Okay, so everyone
You
else,
just
we're
got
flying.
turned into a bird. You don't know how to fly.
Oh,
You never tried yet.
It took you a minute to figure it out, too.
Figured out how
That's
yet.
why I'm over the
He's
bridge.
not wrong.
You took off yet.
Oh.
Oh no.
I just took off my wings over the bridge.
How? You don't. Leap of
Like,
faith.
That feels like an
to and
acrobatics
fro,
roll.
Stop
Let's do
and
it.
go.
Yep, that
Let's
feels
go
like an
for it.
acrobatics
Learn
roll
now.
because that is true. Being polymorphed into a thing does not mean that you come with
Push him off the ledge.
Innate knowledge of
Cool.
how to fly.
Oh no.
That's a 13.
Okay.
My acrobatics roll 13.
Good enough. You stay over top of the bridge.
Yay.
Yay.
I was gonna say, can I help guide him if he?
Sure, but I don't think your wings work at all like his.
No, probably not.
So I don't know.
Sage, how do you do
I
this?
definitely would love to hear how a fairy explains to a bird how to
Yeah.
fly, though. I think
Same.
we all are here for that
How do you
explanation.
do this? This is really weird.
You're doing great.
She's like,
No, you got it.
are you doing it this way?
No,
What's happening?
Not so frantic.
That's
Like
right.
more big
Down.
swooshies. Big swooshies.
So graceful.
Yeah.
Ah, graceful.
Birds can talk.
I don't
Can you talk when
I
you're
don't know.
polymorph?
I don't know.
usually has to do, I think, with the creature that
If
you're
they are
polymorphed
capable
into,
of
right?
speech, then you
Okay.
can speak.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright.
I know. Can those kind of birds?
They are essentially
Okay, good.
ravens.
Woo!
Oh.
Oh, see, basic words,
more
basic
badass.
words, but
Basic words.
basic.
Grace.
Help! Help! That's it. Help! Ravens can actually speak some basic words, so I mean, there's that. All right.
They mimic.
So yeah,
They mimic, so.
yeah, just like most birds. So you're good to go for so far. Now,
Now about that roll you made.
oh, the bridge is 100 feet long.
Mhm.
So
I made another one.
what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he learned.
Well, we're about to find out how well you learned.
See how well.
Did
That's a 10.
Did he? Well, he panicked halfway through.
Okay.
He looked down.
I'm gonna give you that you fall, you smack into the boards pretty hard
Oh.
and take a D4 of damage.
Alright.
It's not gonna be a big deal, just a D4. But
That's fine.
you scrambled for a minute there and you hit the boards really
That was
hard
a
on the
whopping
bridge.
1 point of damage.
All right, how was everyone else crossing the bridge? Like I don't know. Are Parthos and Jericho just like, this is entertainment, so we're not doing anything except watching. This is great. Or
He's
like,
probably falling behind with popcorn.
I know. It's like I feel like they're just like,
Oh, for sure.
this is the best thing that's
This
happened in a
was
while.
worth the spell slot.
Where'd you get popcorn?
He always
That's my
has
other spell
popcorn.
slot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's just his other
He
spell.
pulled popcorn out of nowhere when we were watching the puppet show.
I mean, I guess you could just druid craft corn from
Create
somewhere.
Look,
Craft corn, put some fire.
Jericho
It's
is
fine.
a man of many talents, okay?
Okay,
I
so
don't want to know where that popcorn came from.
You really don't.
You
That's
really
why he didn't
just
share.
don't ask. Okay,
He
so
don't mind the taste of his own musk.
so far we are good to go across the bridge. Now, when you get halfway across the bridge, you actually start hearing voices from in the chasm.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually hear them say to you, well, good luck on getting halfway across. Let's see if you can finish.
Halfway across.
Yeah, halfway across.
When you think of the halfway point, you start
Never
hearing the
failed to
voices.
finish before.
Just gotta let it go. Yep.
Yep, just ignore that he said.
Yep. I have so many.
Yep. No, we're not
Yep.
asking those questions.
Yep. So, at this point, because what do we do? You hear this speech. What happens?
We don't talk back to the darkness. We just keep going. Did Moliver talk back?
Molliver's finished going across the bridge. He's just staring at y'all like.
I'm just gonna, after falling and crashing, I'm just gonna, and just walk.
He's just like, I'm just gonna walk.
They don't walk. They
He's like, listen, gonna
I
just
think he still
fine.
tries though.
He's
and
like,
it's
probably
really
trying to
difficult.
walk.
Try to
Just
walk.
like-
Yeah, he would probably try to walk in his bird form. Just try to figure this out.
Okay.
The weird body for him.
So-
polymorph's gonna be up before we even get into the
Mhm.
All right. So at this point, what's gonna happen is you don't speak back to the voices, and that's perfectly fine. But you're only gonna get about 20 feet further before the you actually can see those purple lights. If anyone was looking, they kind of got a little closer. And now they kind of, one of them pops up over the edge of the bridge and sits directly in the middle of where you need to walk through. And
Just a random light.
oh no, I'll describe it. It's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a flaming
No.
skull of purple.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just a,
different than what I thought.
nope, no, it's just a
Another
flaming
album
purple.
cover.
Yeah.
It's just a
Or
flaming
it's like,
purple skull.
I need you to come with me.
Capricorn would really like that as a head.
We still don't know what his head's supposed to be, so.
We don't. We can't find it. We keep trying.
I mean,
The wrong
Flaming
one.
Skull's pretty cool.
So one of them bobs about 5 feet from you for a moment, and then you see all three of them. They are all three flaming skulls, and they each have a little bit of a different face. I mean, they're not the exact same skull, and they kind of just hover about 10 feet over top of the bridge. They don't necessarily make a threatening gesture, but they are kind of just standing in your way. Might need to go through them. You're just gonna go over them. We're gonna see how that works out for us.
Yeah. Let's see if they follow me as I go up to go over.
Okay.
I'm just curious to see if
No,
they're gonna
you're
stay
fair.
down
That's
there,
fair.
or if one's gonna
If
block my path.
if you start to go up, the area you've been in has had decent light up to this moment, but the moment you start going about higher than 10 feet, it starts getting darker. You are in a cavern, there's adequate light across the bridge, but after that, it starts getting darker. So by the time you've flown, say 30 feet
Mhm.
from where the skulls themselves are, it's going to be actual darkness. So unless you have dark vision,
I do not.
I have a lamp.
There.
okay. So you will be fine. You have fairy fire, you will be fine. But you will notice that, yes, one of the skulls appears to be hovering about 5 feet below you. It appears to have followed you, and it seems to be waiting to see if you're... Huh?
To see if I go forward at all.
Yeah.
Should we test it? Should I keep testing it?
Do it.
I mean, at this point,
Be like, excuse me. It's just and go.
yeah, let me do
Okay.
let me do a spell.
Okay.
Just talk to them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, I was just gonna say like, excuse me, and just go around.
Your persuasion
Go
check.
above.
I need to make sure.
I can't really
All right,
have
you
intelligent
got guidance
conversations
on
right
it.
now.
What's your guidance? That's a D4.
D4.
Okay. Let's see how the new dice work.
Hopefully very well.
Okay.
These really
You said
nice
persuasion?
dice that you got from where?
Oh, my Kraken dice?
Oh, your Kraken
Kraken.
dice. You got Kraken dice?
Hey,
Wow, them Kraken dice look
Yes.
really nice too.
I need
hey,
some
I
extra
also
Oh,
have
wow.
Kraken dice.
You also have Kraken dice. Kraken dice does not sponsor us, but they could if they wanted.
Yeah, it's a Kraken dice if you're watching.
You said persuasion?
Mhm.
Okay. I have no bonuses to this. 11? Nope. Okay. He's right in the way.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't
I'll go
seem
back
to
down
be.
to everybody.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna harm you in any way. Just in
Just
case.
won't move.
So what I'd like to do
Uh-huh.
is I'm gonna prepare sanctuary
Okay.
as a ready to action. If these creatures, whatever they may be, appear to be hostile as we try to pass them, I'm gonna hit Parthenos with sanctuary.
So, Sanctuary takes how long to cast?
That's a very good question.
It's like 10 minutes.
I think it's 10 if I do it as a ritual, but I think it's an action.
Do you have another way to cast it?
Yeah, I've actually got the spell slot.
Okay, cool.
But just give me a minute 'cause I want to. Yeah, it's actually a bonus action.
Okay, good. Fair enough. Alright, so it sounds like we've all paused except for Sage, who thought we'll fly up and see what happens. And it does seem to follow you.
Well, now I know.
But at this point, like, they haven't taken any hostile actions toward you. They even congratulated you on getting halfway across the bridge, and then they just paused. So, how do we want to proceed forward?
Well, as I said, we're gonna try to just walk through calmly, or hop through, or fly through, or however you want to get through. But if they appear to become hostile, then I will use my ready to action to cast Sanctuary on Parthenos.
Okay. So, in what order are we still walking? What? Torn first,
As a bird.
as his bird self, and then Jericho, and then Parthenos? Is that how we're walking? How are you walking?
And you're in front.
I'm above you guys.
Okay. So Sage is above us.
Yeah. Well, she already went up, though, so she's
Yeah.
used her movement for the moment.
Just in case, I'll be like, hey, Torn, why don't you come sit on my shoulder?
You know, that takes a lot of... You should probably hold him. That takes a lot of coordination.
You might want
Do
to
another
put him on
acrobatics
your
roll.
shoulder.
Yeah, as soon as he starts, I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Let's
I was
just
going
do
to
it
say...
this way. I set him on my shoulder.
You probably... Yeah, hold him. Yeah.
I was a 16 to be on your shoulder.
There we go. Look
There
at
you
that.
go. See, you're doing fine.
Look.
Just saying, I've seen
Got
that.
me shoulder
That's
pads.
apparently take plenty of coordination even from actual
Yeah,
birds. I've
yeah.
noticed.
Yeah,
So,
all right, so
Okay.
we're the majority of us now are together, and we are going to try to simply cross the bridge.
So
now.
Jericho, you're in front.
I'll lead.
Okay. So as you
your
begin to
faithful
move,
guide, I will be in front.
as you begin to move forward further without speaking or anything like that to these skulls, you've spoken among yourselves a little bit. One of them kind of drops a little bit further down and directly in your path.
Okay. I say, hi, I'm Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. Sometimes people call me Cotton Candy Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. And if you would please acquiesce, we would like to cross this bridge.
Okay. And what would be your persuasion?
Well, that's a very good question. I'm going to grab this dice here. And fingerprint not recognized. Don't you just love it. All right.
Did you change your fingerprints?
Apparently.
Oh,
Okay. Persuasion is one of them things I'm pretty dang good at. But not with that roll.
Oh,
Today.
so how much? How was
It
that?
doesn't matter. It's natural one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
just laughs in your face.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I was gonna say, I feel like it was just like,
I'm actually really good at persuasion. The dice are not my friend. You know, the last time this happened, I got rid of a die.
You
still don't know
almost
that.
hit me with it.
feels like
Actually,
It's
don't.
gone.
feels like one of those moments. I shouldn't be
So
doing
we
that.
just gonna roll with the failure.
Okay, so
'Cause I ain't got nothing I can do about that. I thought, no.
with that, it doesn't move. It just keeps staring at you.
Okay, let's
With these beautiful, brilliant purple flames out of the skull, it just keeps
let's try
staring
this
at you.
again.
Flame school, rock.
Hello, terrifying skull visage of purple flames. My name's Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. Some people call me Cotton Candy Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. Would it be all right with the three of you horrifying creatures that will haunt my nightmares, along with the many other terrifying things I've seen, if we cross this bridge here and catch up with Bolivar?
No one else wanted to try before we give him a second opportunity.
Kind of can't, right? Right.
I mean, I already failed
I
mine.
can do
I said,
simple
"Excuse me,"
conversations.
so-
So.
How did you? That doesn't mean you can't still say please and roll a
Please?
persuasion check.
Please? Alright.
There you go. There you go.
Please move. Can you say two
You,
words?
you could just give me the help action so that I could
There's
possibly.
that. There's
just-
so many
just roll
options
twice.
right now, guys. There's just so many options.
I mean, I'm
I mean, I
30
would
feet
fail
away
safe.
from him.
I was gonna say that you could.
Pretty okay,
Oh.
fail safe.
That's a 21.
See,
Just
you're
let people
great.
know that was a
There we
12
go.
on the die.
Good
Look
job.
at that.
Very persuasive.
And
As a
at
bird.
that point, apparently they think birds are pretty cool.
Yeah.
They
Well, I
nod.
mean, look at him.
Huh, that's fair. They nod
Yeah,
and
just like,
Yeah, he's majestic. He nods at him, and they're like, "All right."
yeah, you know what? That's good. So even the one that's up by Sage drops down, and they kind of just go back under the bridge. You don't see them any longer,
Okay.
and you can continue crossing, and you should be fine.
All right.
Yes?
Thank you.
Yes.
This is just...
Yep.
Just a generic thank you for
Just-
all denizens in the
everybody.
darkness that might be hungry.
We mean you no harm.
So, as you reach
I'm gonna
the
leave him as a bloodhawk forever. You're
He
gonna wake
let
up
you.
from a nap and you're gonna be a bloodhawk.
Oh no!
So awkward.
So as you reach the far side of the bridge, you're actually in this little grotto area, and you see in the center of it there is this piebald pony wearing blinders, and it actually is a small wooden hut strapped to its back, and there's a faint clatter that can be heard from inside of the hut itself.
Molliver,
Mm-hmm.
was the bridge the test, or is this the test, or is the test still ongoing?
No, that was the test. You're good.
Okay, then what the hell is this?
We don't usually speak of elders that way, but this is the home of the eldest Briganock who lives here.
This is the home of
Oh,
the
but-
eldest Briganock.
Elvis Burger
The way that Yorko just turns around and repeats everything to everybody in common. In case you didn't understand that.
Look, I have one job on this ship, and
So
I'm
you're
gonna
just-
do it.
Gonna guide
Okay.
This is true.
Okay.
Being a good tour
We're
guide.
just letting him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright. So and they tell you that they're like it's you know, it's not a big deal. If we, you know, you can certainly speak to him. And it's just a pony. I mean, just a pony. The hut is just on the back of a pony. It's not a big deal. It's just a horse. Unless someone's afraid of horses,
This
and I
is
didn't
the
know. That's
Feywild.
great.
Nothing's just whatever it is.
I know.
So,
Minotaur
do we
is
need to
blood.
speak with your elder Brigand Rock? Because we kind of on a tight schedule here.
I don't think you have to if you don't want to. I can keep trying to see if I can get you to the tunnel by myself. I don't remember exactly where it is, but
Oh,
Generally,
so
he'd
the
know where that
elders
is.
help
Yes.
because he knows the way.
Speak to elder, speak to
Oh.
elder.
just saying.
I'm still regretting that we didn't let Parthenos kill this thing.
They're not back.
He's just like, here, I'll lead you along. It's
I-
fine.
this-
He's like, but by the way,
First
I'm
of all-
going to lead you to
Hold
a
on.
horrifying chasm.
I feel like you're confused. Molliver is a full-on human. Molliver is a human that is speaking to you.
Yeah, no, we know who
Briganox-
he is.
Okay.
He's a member of the whatever Dawn,
Okay.
Fallen Dawn, Rising Dawn, something Dawn. Dawn
Valorant.
soap.
Dance.
Anyways,
You know what?
Valerie?
Y'all didn't take
Valerie
notes,
Dawn?
so I can't
I
help
took
you.
notes.
yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
see? Look, somebody did, so.
Well, he's Bard. He should be
Still-
taking notes. I ain't no thinking Bard.
Yeah, we gotta think. It's still Valor or something like that. Valor art or something. The people that made action figures.
You know.
You know what?
he's
It's not
talking
important right
That's
now.
not-
But that's the
That's
point.
okay.
Is like we should just
You
kill
know,
this guy.
the
'cause-
bad thing is I actually listened to the tail end of the stream before
I know
the
they're
like
going
last
down,
time
still
stream
Valor.
before
Yeah.
I still can't.
They're still Valor.
My memory's just crap.
I think it's Valor's call is what it is.
Valor's call. That's what it was.
I had Valor.
Yeah, well, see,
I had a word.
I had no part of it that was
So,
correct. So
this whole chat, y'all are having a whole chat here.
it's like he was supposed to help us, and so far I feel like he's only tried to trick us.
He didn't try to trick you.
He was just like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna make you take a test, and then he takes us to this bridge over a chasm full of flaming skulls. And now he's like,
Who
well, we
didn't
don't
harm
have
you.
to talk to this person. I might be able to remember how to get you there without getting you lost. Like, seriously?
I said I can do my best, and this is me leading you to the person that should
I can
actually
do the
get
best.
there. He is the oldest of the Briganox, and therefore would know all
Oliver
of things.
is clearly middle management.
Yes, yes, I am.
Yes, he is.
Molliver looks at you and goes, yes, I am. I am
He's just muscle.
quite literally the
He
mouthpiece
gets
for
paid.
smaller creatures. I
But
show
no one's
up
quite sure
to
what
treat
his job
with
is.
larger creatures for my small friends. That is literally his job here.
He's just here to beat up people that try and pick on him.
That's pretty much it. Like, he literally, Molliver even tells you, like, he breaks down and pauses and looks at you and goes, through a series of weird incidents, we kind of all ended up split up a little bit. But I decided to stay here because these small creatures needed someone to be able to protect them. For they are industrious folk, but they're not fighters. Therefore, I have stayed to protect these people.
Just like the other one stayed to help protect the children.
There you
because
go.
they were
That's,
small
you
and
know,
innocent.
the whole valor thing.
So we should talk to the elder.
Valor's not really my strong point.
Clearly.
I feel like your party is trying to procrastinate really hard. I don't know if the slips of paper are terrifying you, so now we're all just
It
like,
might be.
let me
It
think of
might
the
be
slowest
that.
way to get to
It
where I
might
have to
be.
deal with that.
Let's speak to the
I don't
elder.
know, but it's pretty
Yeah,
great.
no, it's
Elder,
supposed to be.
Elder.
He can't talk, so that's the funniest.
Moving forward, we now know
Walking.
the best way to make sure that your players make a thing take a very long time, maybe is just to hand out random sleek pieces of paper and be like, don't read them.
These are scary. There's lots
They're
of words
really
on them.
scary. There's lots of words on. I don't
I
think
don't
they're
know.
that scary. I think they're going to be hysterical.
Another
I'm
good
excited.
way is to hand people a card that says you are not the
Oh!
The killer.
That was the worst.
And hand it to everyone.
That was amazing.
No.
I felt like that
He
went
didn't
very
just
well.
hand it to us with the writing on it. He marked it out so you couldn't even
Couldn't
read
read
what it was.
through it.
So we're spending like an hour going, what the hell?
Yeah,
does
you
this
couldn't
even
read it because it
say?
had black marker on the back, so you couldn't read through it. But then you could barely read the actual pencil writing either.
Yeah,
It's great.
it was
It was also a little horrifying because now we're all sitting there staring at each other like,
going, who's the doppelganger then? Yeah, none of us.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
I don't know. So I still have secret suspicions about Astral, but that's fine.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Layla punched him in the face. So.
A little, but I still think he's kind of sus.
Talk to elder. Talk to elder.
Yeah, that's how you feel about it.
All
I
right.
mean,
He
there's a
said back to
tiny
our
door.
campaign.
Yeah,
There's
but-
only
yeah.
a few people that are of a size that maybe would make sense. So
Talk to the elder.
so how? What are we doing?
Well, it's got to be either Sage or Torn as a Bloodhawk.
But to talk to the elder,
Okay.
I'm sure that he'll knock on the door and ask him to come out. Like, do we have to go in the hut?
No one's knocked on the door. He
It's on top
literally
of a
said,
pony.
you might want to talk to this guy. The hut is tiny. It is sitting on the back of a pony, which is smaller than a horse.
Which I think
In
is
case
still
you were
too
not aware
small
of
for
that.
Sage to get in. I am
Yes,
too
because you are
foot.
not
I
mouse
mean, you keep
sized.
saying that, but I just keep picturing you like this.
I keep forgetting. But you are not mouse sized, which Berganox are.
Yes.
However,
exactly, so I can't fit in it. But
you could still knock on the door though, because I feel like if
A
feels like
tiny
if Parthenos tries to knock on the door,
Right, I can
then
pick
we're
it.
gonna
I
have to
wanna
have
see
him roll
I
to
want to
like.
see the blood
not knock it
on
off
the door.
accidentally.
I can peck at the
That'd be
door.
You
freaking
can just peck
hilarious.
at it.
He's
yeah.
also a cat. I don't know if that would be
No,
an
I said
accident or
I
not.
love
I'm gonna
the-
peck
Yeah, I
at
feel
See
like
the-
you
there
would.
you go,
You just
Bloodhawk.
push it off the back.
Yeah,
I
just-
would love to see the blood hawk just
Yeah.
knock on the door and the mouse answer to a hawk and it's
You remember that time when I opened the door and there was a dog? You're about to see a recreation of that.
From the other side.
It's
Yep.
Meals on Wheels.
So I peck at the door.
Meals on Wheels.
no you don't.
Hey.
I don't peck at the
Oh,
door.
No,
oh,
you
you
want to get
totally
a heart
did.
attack?
He flew right over there. and
Okay.
right on it.
Hold on, wait. He already knows you're coming. He can hear. He's not deaf.
We don't know. He's elderly.
He might be. God bless. Feel like at some point, like someone's just standing on the side of the door, like, I'm just gonna chill and wait.
See a couple eyes staring out the
There's-
window.
It's a door. It's our worst enemy.
Apparently.
Doors
My
are players. I'm
God.
telling you, doors are players' worst enemy.
Apparently. Okay, so you tap on the
Yeah,
door
really.
with your beak.
I'm
Good.
gonna knock again.
Fair enough. You knock on the door, and a small mouse-sized creature opens the door with a very long beard that trails on the floor and says, "Ah, adventurers! You've come to visit me?"
Yes.
Is that why you were giggling?
He looks mildly creeped out by the bird, but also he has flaming skulls that protect his home, so he feels like you probably aren't trying to hurt him.
No.
And if you are, then they're probably gonna kill
Always
you.
He's not trying to hurt him. He's just
Like
gonna eat
Trying to
him.
hurt
It's
him.
just creepy.
Accidents might happen, but I'm not attempting to.
Okay.
I'm not used to my bird body.
You know what? He still reaches out a paw to you as if he's going to shake your foot, as that would, I suppose, be what you would shake with.
I offer him my one talon.
Yep. And
Or
he
just
says,
a
Or a
feather.
wing. Or a feather.
he says, I'm Obed, and
Obed?
this is my pony, Keg.
Nice.
Okay.
Pony keg. That's smart.
I know.
That's a good name
I
for
don't
pony.
know. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what we're
It
doing.
travels with you.
It does. So, I heard you talking to Molliver something about needing to get to the tunnel that we have hidden.
Yeah, we gotta get him there to the Mother and Horn, and Parthenow said he's gonna bust up that witch that's up in there.
Aha! Okay. So you are indeed attempting to get into Creeping Lynn's home.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's what I said.
This'll soon be
the
my home, bro.
We have homicidal intent.
you know that's fine. Her whole place is terrifying and murderous. So I will lead you directly into the theater. What seems to be the heart of the most terrifying of things there. But that is where our tunnel leads. So I will be happy to lead you though, and you can do with that what you will, sir.
We'll follow.
Cool. While he is talking about this, he says, and he looks at all of you, and he's like, yeah, I feel like y'all could just follow me. Don't feel like everybody... You know, the smaller folk of you, if you'd like, you are certainly welcome to ride upon Keg with me. But he goes and just sits down in a little rocking chair on his front porch and begins just shouting directions to the pony.
Roost on Keg.
Yep, there you go.
We're just gonna follow behind the pony and
Just gonna roost
mind
on
the
the
road
pony.
apples.
Yeah, probably. Probably a good idea. All right, so
How long does this spell last? Because if I turn into a bull on this pony, it could be very bad.
oh, this could be so much fun.
I almost
Oh,
wish
okay.
that
Fun is how I feel.
Let's go check out,
might have to
see just
really-
how bad things are about to
I
get for
don't want
you.
to kill Keg.
Yes, just do tell me. Oh god. Yeah, I don't feel like things would go well for you if you kill his pony for no reason. Good god.
Accidents happen.
Accidents happen. That's just
One,
where you're going, huh?
1 minute you're a bloodhawk, next minute you're 8 foot tall, 300 pound
Okay.
bull on a pony.
That's just the way things go. Hold on, I'll look it up. I'll get back with you.
Okay,
Alright.
fine. While you're doing that, that's totally fine. While you are doing that, though, you think that you're gonna go far, but you don't. You literally, I mean, obviously, he's small. He's a Bergenok. Everything looks large to him. All you do is walk to the back of the grotto, and he reaches out. And it's not
Mama,
that
if you
far.
didn't know where this was, I swear to you, you are the worst.
He's like, look. The last time they let me through here, they like turned me around a bunch. I don't know.
It's right there. It's got a sign over it.
It's neon.
Neon sign.
There's not a neon sign. It still looks, you walk to the back of the grotto and that's still all that's there. You walk and there's just wall as far as you can see.
Mhm.
The pony just pauses on a blank wall. It's not like it's all of a sudden a tunnel or something. He
Cat
pauses on a
is
blank
staring
wall
at
at
the
this
wall.
moment.
Okay.
Now, however, Molliver reaches out and taps on the wall, and you can see that he doesn't actually tap on the wall. He goes to tap on it, and his hand goes through it, and he goes, "The tunnel is that way. If you just, it's just illusion magic. Look, Creeping Lynn doesn't know this is here. We've been able to keep it that way, and I'd like to keep it that way. She doesn't need to know that there's any way to get here."
Pretty soon she's not gonna know anything.
It's up to an
Okay.
hour.
Oh, 2 hours. Okay, we're
Yeah.
good.
You are going to walk into an area that is 8 foot high and 3 feet wide.
Definitely couldn't fit us.
See? You're fine for now.
Yeah.
Parthenos, you're fine, yes? Okay. So y'all are fine. Other than that, it's not going to, there's not anything you need to worry about right now. You're just going to, it's just a tunnel. There's not really a big deal. That's it. Like, it's just a tunnel. This seems safe.
Mhm.
Now, What you do end up, though, is the tunnel actually ends up ending at a wall of loose-fitting stones. You can see a red light shining through some cracks, and you actually hear the sounds of shouting and hammering coming from somewhere beyond this wall.
Is there a password or a lever? Do we just push it open? Like, how do we get through from here? Do we break it down?
No one came with you. They just told you where the thing was, and they said, don't tell her.
Okay.
Okay, so
let's do.
you are staring at a wall. You can see.
Investigation or perception.
You're staring. There you go. You are literally looking at what looks like some kind of wall. You are seeing loose red stones in front of it. No, you are not going to be able to just push it and have something open. The rocks feel loose.
So we
When you
could
go to
pull
touch
the-
it, the rocks feel like they start to shift. So maybe they're in front of something.
There was illusion before the tunnel, so I was just double checking.
Absolutely.
Another illusion.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Mhm.
do we think this is a secret door, or is this just like they've loosely bricked up a hole in the wall?
If you are looking at it, it feels more like they have loosely bricked up a hole in the wall so that maybe you can just move stuff and get through it easily.
Okay.
There's not like they're
No trick to getting in.
right, not really, just like just loose bricks because like he said, this is a secret entrance, so it's not like there's a door, you know, or anything like that. So all you're gonna need to do is apparently move these stones or whatnot.
Can Torn fit
So-
through the hole? If just looking at this, do I feel like he needs to stay in bird form?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Strength is that as a bird.
Well, let's get these bricks out of the way.
Okay.
Okay.
So you move everything.
Mhm.
The hole is only 3 foot square.
Okay.
So, totally easy for Jericho, super easy for Sage. You're fine, you're a bird. Parthenos. How's that feel? Feels small.
Him's a cat.
It's fair. So maybe he just does a cat thing.
Yeah, he just goes through it.
3 foot, just hunker down.
I feel like
Said
he
my
passes
whiskers
through it
can
like
fit, I can
magic.
Well,
We're kind of wondering,
Not a
like,
cat
how did
thing.
he walk
It's
through
round.
that upright?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think thinking. I feel like that this is a fun, and you're just like, all right, he is really a cat. Neat. I mean, you're fine if you're willing to kind of be uncomfortable for a minute. You're definitely going to need to get down, like on your hands and knees, though. You're not going to walk through.
Correct. You heard the
Height.
DM. Get on your hands and knees.
Beg for your life.
You're
Good
gonna
God.
be uncomfortable for a minute.
All right. So, who is first through?
Kira as the DM, not you.
Who's first?
I could just start making people very uncomfortable. I could, and some days I'm like, maybe I should just have
I'm a man with no shame. So
I feel like you should do it
But,
easier.
I can go first.
Oh no,
Yes.
I can dish it. I can't take it.
Who is going first through?
I'm going first. I'll
Thank
go
you.
first. Bird brain goes first.
All right, as a bird, you go first. And as you come out, what you kind of see is you come out behind stacks of like crates, and you can see props stacked everywhere in this chamber. You are from a carnival. You're very used to this kind of like a thing. You're like, oh, right, props wagon.
Aviary.
Right. So there are wooden backdrops. Now a bunch of it appears to be draped in cobwebs. You maybe are like, we would never allow ours to get this way, but that's fine, whatever y'all do here. You see an 8-foot diameter circular wooden disc painted to look like a smiling moon leaning against one wall. And you can hear clatter from a corner, and you can hear, as the bird, the first through, and I'm going to say everyone else, you're coming through, so probably whoever's next through. So is that Sage or Jericho?
Jericho's
Or
next.
Jericho, and then Sage, and then Parthenos?
Yeah,
Is that what we're
we
doing?
let
Okay.
him go last.
So, as you're coming through Jericho, I'm going to say you're definitely going to hear that there is a raspy voice calling out, it seems to be calling out to your bird that went through first, saying, "Psst, over here."
I look for the source of the raspy voice.
All right. When you glance, you can actually see that there is a very cluttered corner, but it appears that there's this wooden marionette carved and painted to look like a human skeleton. It appears to be tangled in its own strings, but it looks like maybe what's trying to talk to you while it kind of squirms and it says, I seem to have gotten myself in a bit of a wee fix.
Uh-huh.
You're like,
Nope.
nope.
Seems like it.
Dang. Y'all are just like, yeah,
Torn,
don't
you're
die,
able to
bro.
become a full-sized individual once more.
Oh,
If
okay.
it's safe for me too.
Well, I don't think we have any more tunnels to
You're-
go through.
You're in a full-sized room at this point. You're good.
All right. So, Torn, you are back into your magnificent.
Yay! Okay, so
Let's
as the rest
let's
of you
help the
come
puppet
through,
out.
you
Yeah, how
can
about the
hear. Yeah, so the last of you can hear like this thing talking.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he's like tangled up or something?
He's tangled in his own strings.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I'm tangled.
I need a dex check. Do you have sleight of hand?
And I do have sleight of hand.
Give me a check for it, please.
I have really good sleight of hand.
That is a natural 1 plus 7 with an 8.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So you go to,
You just make it worse.
you do, and he's like, never mind, stop.
Sorry.
Full-on bird's nest.
Yeah. Okay, Miss
Only
H.
my hands are better at slating than this.
Oh,
Get out of the way. Throw guidance on that.
Okay.
Counteract what he just did.
Okay.
She just said no.
3 on the dice.
Wow.
What is no?
Um, 6 plus 9, 11.
Yeah, you're right. No.
Oh my goodness.
And he's
It's a
like,
3 on the die, alright? I apparently should bring out my rainbow ones that I normally use.
he's like, I just want to be free.
Give
The
us
only
some
part of him that
instruction.
can move now, after having been additionally tangled in his strings by the two of you, very helpful creatures, is his head, which rotates 360 degrees around, looking at his
Yeah,
whole
stop
body.
doing
just...
that or I'm not going to help
That's
you.
the.
Listen here, Slappy. We ain't
That's why-
dealing with this.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
you continue to try and
And
help.
he
Yeah, I can
stops.
Here,
continue
throw me the
again.
help
and he
action.
turns and looks at you, Jerk,
I
and
got
he
a
goes,
pretty decent sleight of hand.
okay.
I can try again.
I'm only one less than you. You got plus
You know
5.
what? Y'all tell me who wants to try again.
Teamwork.
I'm just here to...
Here, you got the plus 6. Go ahead. I'll just give you
Okay.
the help action. Throw your guidance on there. So roll with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh, that's a 16.
See?
Plus 6, so 22 plus 4, 26.
There you go. So easily. So apparently, I don't know, something
here,
didn't
twist
seem
here.
I
right.
couldn't figure out what Torn did wrong at first.
Apparently.
It's
So it
like,
takes you about a
He's
minute.
like,
Blame
full
it on
on
the
boondoggle
Minotaur.
right here.
Takes you about a minute, but you get him free, and he goes, "Oh, thank you."
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a hole in the wall. Take off.
Thanks. Bye. And what?
Did nobody have any questions for him?
I know.
I don't like talking to the inanimate. I mean, it's
The thing
already.
is, you're a living puppet. Bye.
Yeah. You gotta go.
Okay.
You couldn't ask him. We're creeping.
All right, we've got
Where's
like 30
Creepy
seconds
Lad?
for anyone to say they have a question before
Where's
he's
Creepy
gone.
Lad?
Hadn't got.
Where's Enderlin?
Where she keeps
Probably
her
in the theater, where she normally is.
where she keeps her things, her lost things.
Oh, he's gone.
There you go.
Okay.
It's all right. We got
Sage,
more.
you could have been like, wait, I freed you. What's
Yeah.
happening?
Nope.
Well, they
Okay.
both went go, and I'm just like, what?
Enderlin's in the theater.
Yeah.
Kind of DM.
Yes.
Since we are behind scenes here,
See.
is there by any chance costumes?
They are not in this storage facility piece. This right here you are in appears to be all parts. So this is all backdrops and things like that. Now, you can safely assume that clearly they would have to be somewhere for costuming.
Right.
And to be fair, even though they have been very quiet, Glister and Amador and Pollinella are still with you.
Oh,
So,
forgot about them.
Or I'm sorry, Gleam, not Glister. Glister's sister is still there.
That's, yeah.
Gleam, they are also with you. Now, Gleam has told you that she has since been exiled from here, so you could see if she might remember where said room is.
I turn to our suddenly appearing NPC.
Listen,
Hey, you.
they had no reason to talk or do anything.
The
They're
whole
just like,
time, and could have helped.
Y'all are quiet.
oh no, they're not gonna do anything.
Strong
They're just
silence.
there. They're
Oh.
like,
Maybe we should go let the birds in the back your door too before we find her.
Well, we gotta find that back door.
Yeah.
So first off,
Downstairs.
Gleam,
yes.
we would need to disguise your personage.
It's valid. We probably
and
should.
also my personage, just in case my sweetie is here, which there is a rumor that she might be.
Mm-hmm.
Which way to the costume and makeup department?
Well, we're actually going to be about 2 doors down from it.
Amazing.
So if we are quick and quiet, we should be able to move out of the storage area and around into
I
that
can
room.
guarantee one of
with
those.
No problem.
Go.
I know you can always guarantee quickness. Subtlety is not your strength, sir, but I can ask that we maybe not create undue attention.
Yeah, Torn.
Okay. Alright, so it's Torn we're going to blame that on. Alright.
Look, he loves to perform.
I made my stuff jets.
Okay. Neat. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next room over that's going to have your costuming. This is not.
Are
The
you saying
way
that
this piece is.
the design of this is frustrating and nonsensical?
Did they actually design a decent theater map?
No. Not theater kids who designed.
We get this. Oh my gosh, that's the theater?
No.
That's
Yeah.
the whole of the area.
Okay.
There are 3 levels.
Oh,
Yeah.
joy.
Yeah, that's fine. You're fine. You're on the theater level.
Let me see here.
You're on the stage level.
And
That's all I want to say.
it's
You're on the
like,
stage
medieval
level. It's fine.
stages weren't that
That's okay.
complicated.
Huh? Yeah, I know that.
They were usually either a circle or proscenium thrust.
Who are you telling? I'm
I
aware.
know, you did the.
Me too. I'm aware.
Theater kid.
Theater
Theater
kid.
kid.
I think they were theater kids together.
No.
Actually, no.
No?
We missed.
No.
Nope.
I mean, we knew each
We-
other in college.
Yeah, I was gonna
College.
say,
Yeah,
we
in
met each
college.
other, but we didn't meet each other in theater. We met
Yeah.
each other in a dance club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. That's not the point here. It's so bad.
Oh,
It's really not every day that the teacher was like, maybe just don't try out for actual choir where there's dancing involved. Thanks.
Hey.
Hey,
Thanks.
honesty.
Wow.
I mean,
It was bad.
it
I'm
can
not
be
good at
brutal
anything
there
that's not
sometimes,
ballroom.
yeah.
And he decided to actually go.
Oh,
take
no, and
dance
he was great.
afterwards.
He was great. I'm just not good at anything that isn't ballroom. So there's that.
We have that in common. I'm not good at anything.
You know, at some point I just started to be like, that's apparently what we were doing.
I just follow his lead.
So
I just get pushed from the dance floor. That's all I'm doing.
I am okay at ballroom
He
Uh-huh.
just
dances,
takes you
but
around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
You
basic
get
stuff.
Okay, so
anywho, so she begins to lead you through. You are actually going to go into the stage workshop area. And when you go into this area, what you actually see is this very cavernous. She actually leads you into what's actually what you realize. Those of you who have background, like in the carnival or anything, you realize that this is actually like the backstage area. It is a cavernous underbelly of the stage. It is noisy and it is hot. There are goblins working a forge. There's a wood saw. There's someone sawing wood. There's other people putting paint onto new backdrops. Like there's stuff everywhere going on. You see a woman in a tight-fitting dress barking orders at the workers while a goblin is frantically making adjustments to her costume with needles and pens and thread and trying to get her to stand still and kind of moving because she keeps moving and he's trying to fix pins. And you actually see a tiny creature chained to a hidden lantern on a tabletop using a stick of charcoal to sketch something on a piece of parchment at just an absolutely unbelievably fast speed. And there is a wispy bulb of light fluttering next to him. But what you can definitely see is there is crafting of all kinds going on here. Obviously, this appears to be someone who crafts costumes.
It's
That's
theater
working
shop.
on one.
I know we said we was going to be quick and subtle.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
Jericho's weakness is in the room.
Oh, a beautiful woman. Yes, continue.
Doesn't have to be beautiful.
Oh,
No,
okay. I'm
just a
sorry. It's a woman
woman.
at all.
Doesn't
I'm
have to
so
be
sorry.
woman.
He likes it.
Just has to look unattainable.
Anyone who looks unattached.
That's
Got ya.
Unattainable, unattached. I mean, sure.
Unattainable, unattached.
Yeah.
Those are two different words, but okay.
Both.
That
Both.
looks odd.
Either, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any tools
So,
lying around? Or
you know.
Any what?
Like tools lying around that are not being used?
There are tools everywhere.
Alright.
You can see, there's literally, at least one goblin who is sawing something. You see, hammers and nails next to him. It's clear that they're trying to
So
work on pieces for, something that's about to go on
Torn
or
is
something
gonna
like that.
do what he does at work every day. He's gonna
Okay.
pick up a tool and act like he's important in doing something.
Yes! They would probably believe that. Okay, so you're just
He's
gonna start
kinda,
acting like you're doing
blend in.
it.
Yeah, I'm just like
You know what?
like I'm part of the stage crew.
Seems like it probably is working.
And it's probably stuff he does at the carnival.
Neat! Alright, so that's working out well for you. Jericho,
Yay.
what are you doing?
I'm doing stuff.
Lick
Oh.
them back,
Oh.
fly to the lady, and say, "Oh my gosh, I am such a huge fan of you. I am completely dumbstruck by your talent and your beauty. My name's Jericho Mossblossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. Some people call me Cotton Candy. You can call me whatever you want because I am so yours. I would be so good to you."
Wow, that is all terribly boring.
I'm so sorry.
I am trying to put on a show here.
You are wearing
You
this
are
dress.
absolutely, no, leave. You are not supposed to be here. You have no business here. You're not doing anything.
Absolutely not. But I
Get
can
out.
do anything you need me to.
Get out. That is what I need now. Just leave, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can I just say one more thing?
I'd rather you didn't, honestly.
I understand that.
Good, goodbye. And she turns away from you, and the goblin continues to try
And
to
I
fix her dress.
whistle like, damn.
I'm
going. I'm going.
Oh, no,
But the
it's
image
fine.
there.
And she hears you do that, and she goes, and you hear her snap her fingers and go, "Nocturlight." And at that, you see several pieces of just random things throughout the room get up and begin to advance towards you, as if to remove your personage.
I like where this is going, but I've got a place to be. So
No,
you
no.
just hold on to that wonderful
Mm-mm.
memory of me, and I will hold on to everything I have seen.
She's not paying any attention
That's
to you.
okay, I'm gone.
Uh-huh. So I just want to know, so Torn, what's happening? Are you just continuing to pretend like you belong here? Like, yes, we're just...
I started pretending
Doing work.
working, but then I got into it. Now I'm actually helping.
Okay. Actually
And then he was like, hold on, that's wrong.
Oh, that's wrong.
I'm like hammering things and
That would be me. That would be me if I really did that. I would be like,
just
oh,
legit helping out as if I've been a part of their crew this
move,
whole
move.
time.
Yeah,
When's lunch,
Wrong.
guys?
Yeah, let's
I've done that a lot. Okay, so Sage, I've heard nothing from you. What's happening?
I'm just watching both of them going, what the ever living hell is going on?
Okay,
here?
so you're just kind of fluttering in the air.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
Parthenos.
necessarily getting in the way, just there. Fly on the wall, so to speak.
You said there was one goblin frantically sketching.
It's not a goblin.
Someone was.
There is a
frantically-
creature that is frantically sketching on top of a table.
I'd
So-
figure that there would be a bunch of papers beside him.
Yes, there are some papers beside them.
Parthenos is
So-
Parthenos is already over there
Flipping
going,
through their
"Gee,
papers.
looking for
grading."
imperfections.
He's got his red marker out and he's just like, nope, do it again.
Oh my gosh.
This
No,
one's
he's
terrible.
looking for improvements he can
Seriously,
do.
what's the perspective on this? I can't tell. Your shadowing's
Okay,
all wrong.
So I'm going to let that happen before he whistled at her. That's yeah. So as you do that, what you actually, Parthenos, you're gonna get close enough to see that this little creature here actually looks a lot like all the little creatures that you just encountered in the mine. And you can just see him sketching furiously. When you begin flipping through them, you see that they are contraptions or inventions of some sort. They mostly look like they probably are related to stage stuff in some way. You've spent some time with the carnival for a little while, so you know what kind of like some of that stuff looks like. So you have some idea that like probably this is, you know, toys or little props or something for the most part. But that's it. Do you, other than touching the paperwork, are you saying anything?
Not really.
Okay.
Not until he finds something super important.
Okay.
Or see something out of place in that pile.
Okay. Well, while you begin going through them, I will tell you that he is going to hear you start rustling through them, and he's going to be like, don't mess up my papers. Look, don't smudge things. And
Then he
just
realizes
moves
he's
back
talking
towards
to a
you.
7-foot
He
cat.
does not care. He does not care.
His chain
He is
to this
already
table,
chained to a
like-
lantern with a little weird inanimate wisp next to him. So, I mean, I feel like his life feels like it can't get much worse. So,
Apparently he's never been eaten by a 7-foot cat.
that doesn't feel like a thing the king is going to do, I hope. You know what? Y'all do
See,
you.
it's the I hope that you put in there, meaning you're not quite sure if he won't.
How strong does the chain look that has him strapped to the lamp?
Unfortunately, because of Jericho's impetuousness, at this point, this would be
I'm a
as
lover.
far as we get before.
We all get kicked out.
Yeah, before. So,
Just before.
at that time, you do see several different random things through the room become animated. And kind of move from their places and begin to head towards, not Torn, because Torn looks like he's doing stuff, so they probably can't really discern him as not belonging here at this point. They're like, I mean, I guess, I don't know.
So 8 foot minutes for a bunch of little people.
But you actually see, like, a plain wooden empty coffin just get up and begin moving across the floor towards you as if to kick you out, Jericho. Or maybe to swallow you, who knows. And there is a plaster wedding cake that is stuck to a small table, and the entire thing begins to move forward as if to usher you out of the room, along with several other things, including a large 7-foot-tall painted wooden statue of an owl bear on its hind legs.
Oh.
Yep. So there are several things, and they kind of all began advancing towards you.
I would like to find the nearest exit. Hopefully that will lead us to the costume department. And I say, I can't stay. I have way too much business to do. There's
Oh.
just too much
Okay.
talent in here, and
Ah.
I have other places to be. Ta-ta. Let's do lunch.
Let's do lunch. Okay. How quickly do you move, Jericho?
I can move so fast. How
So
quickly do I need to move?
I don't know. How fast do you
Not fast
move?
enough.
Depends on if I can use the dash action.
Let's just say I can move fast. I can move as fast as you need me to move.
Ah, that's not the answer.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, I can do 45 feet of movement.
You're
in
fine.
Very quick.
All right, you're fine.
Yeah.
Sage, you have been hovering above the ceiling, just kind of like just hovering in the air, just watching. You hear Jericho whistle. You see the look of, I can't deal with this right now. You hear the snap, you hear the word, and all of a sudden, things from throughout the room, including coffins and a random wooden gate, just get up and begin moving towards everybody.
Oh, everybody, not just him?
They just begin moving towards all of you. So,
Oh.
as if they are going to usher not Torn, because Torn again looks like he's working and looks like maybe he belongs there at this point. Like they're not going to be able to necessarily notice.
I mean, is there a string of lights anywhere? I can grab them and pretend like I'm hanging them somewhere.
I feel like it's too late for that.
now? Okay.
I wouldn't grab the lights, they might grab you back.
Yeah.
At this point, so what would you like to do, ma'am?
Again, how thick do the chains look for the little thing? 'Cause
Yeah, the thing is, in order to get to him, you would need to move over to him and somehow break that all within the time frame it's going to take, which is not. The creatures throughout the room, right? So it's not that they were just there. They were along the sides of the room. They were everywhere throughout the room and scattered. So what would have happened is if you were still closer to the doorway, yes? Okay. So Parthos was.
I mean, I probably would have gone in a little bit.
Okay. So Parthos went into the room, and he's looking at the table. And Torn is over here working on scenery, like he works here somehow. And Jericho is in the middle of the
5
room.
minutes ago, but now he does.
Yep,
He's
Jericho's in
already
the middle
joined
of the
labor
room,
union
and it looks like a
dispute.
coffin is going to attempt to grab him, so that's fun.
I'm rooting for the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, who isn't? Who isn't? You would have enough time if you really wanted to try to fly over to the table where Parthenos is standing, but there's not going to be any opportunity for you to start doing anything unless you're ready to fight these things in here.
I mean, rage in a cage.
Okay,
stage.
options, and
She chose violence with her breakfast.
that's totally fine if that's what we want to do. I'm just asking a question.
Well, I do have a 40 speed. I don't know if that makes any difference. I can move a little bit faster than
Not really. It's not going to because they are. She makes the sound, she snaps, and it's not like they were all at the one piece of the room. They were literally pieces from throughout the entire room. They animated and began
I
moving.
probably couldn't even get out of the room quick enough.
No, but it does look like more like they're all attempting to herd you out of the room, less than necessarily catch you. So
Yeah, but I don't
if
wanna
you try
see
to get
it
out,
split
maybe you're
up
fine.
either. Kind of maybe follow Jericho whichever way he goes. High
Okay.
enough to try and keep out of the reach of most of it, except for the owl.
I think Jericho just tried to go back out the door he came in.
No, I was trying to go out the other door.
You're trying to go out the other door?
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
going to get there.
I might be able to.
That's stage left. You're not going there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's across the room, but you can try.
I would like to try.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for your initiative.
Why do you keep using that?
I'm new. I'm breaking it in. It's fine. It's 12
Oh, that sounds great.
plus 8.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
I should have stuck with the tiny dice.
So what is it, Jericho?
12.
It really is a 12?
It really is a 12.
All right.
4
That
on the
was what I was
die.
checking. All right. So,
You're only rolling initiative, not all of us.
no, you're all rolling initiative. That's how initiative works.
What about
Whether you
Thorn?
actually have to do a thing or not with that initiative is a whole nother story.
We still need to have an order.
I still need an order for you, regardless of like.
Nope, that's fine.
Of course.
Okay.
23.
Huh?
23.
20?
Yeah.
The one
No,
over there not
Parthenos.
doing anything that has nothing to worry about, and you get a 23.
You
I
know
want to
what?
know if there's a problem right now.
You know what? I was gonna
I
say.
can't help you guys.
No,
I'm
because
sorry.
Torn at this point is like, you painted this shade. This tree is the wrong shade.
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's not how you
So
mix
wrong.
paint. Let me show you how
Yeah,
you mix
yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
Just don't know how to sell shade scenery. Put a black line there. It'll look too flat when you look at it, but from stage
Yeah,
we'll give
gotta
3D
be-
pop effect.
That's better.
You gotta
It's
paint
like,
scenery
so
for
we're
the view
not
of the
all doing
audience.
initiative. I can just roll that again later.
No.
Oh, who knew that theater knowledge would come in handy to play D&D?
I did.
I actually had to do it.
Parthenos, what you got?
5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you too?
So who has the higher bonus?
I have a +3.
1.
Oh, okay. So Sage.
I hope a monk would have a higher dexterity. than a
You
player.
know, at this point, I don't know. Okay. So, Torn, you are. How about this? Give me a perception roll. Because I kind of feel like It's anyone's guess if you even know.
It's a 3.
Nope.
Guys,
He
you're
does
gonna
not care
die.
at all. He's like, I'm done with this adventure.
You're gonna die while Torin is like, listen.
Torin has found a new
Do what he does, man. He's at work.
They were so bad I had to fix it.
How to fix it.
I get
a
that.
new job.
I get that.
Maybe
I've been there.
Maybe after a round or two.
You know what? I've been there, man. I get it.
See what happens.
Sometimes people should do better.
Yeah.
Okay. Jericho.
Yes.
That makes it your turn.
Awesome.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you have how much movement again? 40 feet?
I can do 45 in a single action.
Okay.
I can do more than that if I need to.
Okay. So, what I will say, we're going to call this room. It is underneath the stage. The stage itself. You know, we're going to call it about 80 feet because stages need to be a little bit larger.
Okie doke.
All right. So, you're going to get about halfway across the room.
That's at a single action.
Is this fair? So, tell me how quickly, how fast, how do you want to move across the room?
So I'm moving my full 30,
Okay.
and if I can get through that without taking an attack of opportunity or anything like that.
The first 30 you will.
Right.
After that, you're definitely going to end up taking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted you to say.
Okay.
So rabbit hop is a bonus action,
Okay.
and I can jump 15 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So yeah, I will move my 30 and then
Okay.
rabbit hop so that I am not getting attacked.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah, I'll do that. So in mid hop,
Uh-huh.
I will take my action,
Okay.
and my action will be to wild shape into a flying creature,
Okay.
so that I am flying above all of the animated objects,
Mm-hmm.
but not so close that the lights could reach out and grab me if they were animated. And I will end my turn because that is all
Which
three of my
flying
actions.
creature?
You
Are we
know,
wild shaping into, sir? Polymorphing, sorry.
let's see. Well, it's wild shape.
It is wild shape? Okay,
yeah,
so
it's
which-
full on wild shape.
Okay. So,
I think I'll go with tiny bird. Yeah, something small.
so we're going with small bird.
Yeah, small bird.
Yeah? Okay. That's totally fine. Just wanted to figure out what we're doing. All right.
Small but fast. Yep,
You are going to get almost across the room.
awesome.
That's fine. Torn, I know you said you're still helping them prepare stuff.
Torn has no clue.
No idea what's
I don't
happening.
notice that
You
my friends
are.
are in trouble.
You know what? You are fixing a thing, and it's gonna look great.
Oh, yeah. I'm
You're-
gonna be in
you're-
this play. It's gonna look good.
You're gonna be someone's new
He
favorite.
was told to put on play, so he's getting
Sage,
Well, we're not,
what would you like to do?
now that we're not getting through this without fighting anyway,
Stop
might as well go.
So you just want to go over to? You want to move over to the table where Parthenos is and attempt to
Mhm.
try to help the creature there?
Yeah, try and break the chain so that he can get
Okay.
out.
How far is your movement?
40 feet.
Okay, so you're fine.
Both
Movement.
flying and walking. so-
Yeah, your fly will get you over there.
Mhm.
Do you want to try to pick the lock, or are you trying to break the chain?
Feel like I'd probably have a higher chance of success trying to break it.
Okay.
But because I don't see lock picking
What's your sleight of hand?
anywhere. Oh, it's a +6. So maybe not. Maybe sleight of hand. Maybe picking it might be better.
Well, you tell me which one you want to do, because you
I have
have.
a +6 for either one. So
So you have this action to do the thing.
yeah. Well,
Which one?
Sleight of hand's gonna be.
sleight of hand.
Yeah.
As long as it's a 6, and then if it's a strength check, it's a.
Yeah, but DC may be higher to break a chain than it is to pick a lock.
To pick a lock.
Well, you do what you want, but I think it'd be.
No, if they're the same, I'll try and pick a lock. It's less noisy, but not that that matters at this point.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and just
There you go.
give you a heads up. Noise is not an issue at this point. You
21.
have large statues moving towards
21?
you. Yeah, you're good. So easily you reach down and pick the lock, no problem. It changed the creature, and he, Parthenos, you're still standing there. I'm going to just tell you right now, he is going to just assume that you are with her, because you came in with her, and he's going to be like, so I can just hide in your pocket, yeah?
Sure.
And I was going to say, I don't know that he's even waiting for an answer. He's just going to look like you said yes, and run and be like, those sketches need to go in the fire. That's it. He doesn't want anyone to get them, so that's it.
Is there a fire route?
There is a fire in this room. There is, where is it at? There's a forge. So there is a fire, because there were some goblins actually working with the forge. So yes, there is a fire in here. He says that, and he runs into Parthenos' pocket. At that time, Jericho, you're fine, because you are already too high for anything to hit you, and then past the other things that are easily within reach. Sage, you are going to have someone attempt to hit at you, and then Parthenos, you'll have someone attempt to hit at you, because, yeah.
In the middle of the room.
Yeah, in the middle of the room. And, you know, that's how those things go. To be fair,
Always dealing with Jericho's.
at this point,
Jericho's really
yeah,
good at
yeah.
starting bar fights.
Jericho
We're always
is,
dealing with Jericho's
you know, right up
consequences.
near the ceiling, just watching this
Well-
random stovepipe that's trying to,
Stove.
yep, just a random stovepipe apparently that was on the forge, trying to get up and attack people. You've got a gate, you know, all kind of just random things. However, you, Miss Sage,
Mhm.
have this, say, 6 foot tall stuffed canvas facsimile, that word.
Facsimile.
There you go, thank you, gosh.
Whoa.
Of a flesh golem
That's a big word.
attempt to swipe at you.
Okay,
Flesh golem.
cool.
However,
I know that's that block.
with only a 13, I'm gonna say that misses. So, good news is he missed you.
Yay.
Yay!
Uh-oh. That was its mistake. It had a chance.
Parthenos, however, there is that large wooden statue of an owl bear that was right next to y'all. Yeah, that's gonna hit you. I'm fairly certain, because that's gonna be a 23. Yeah. So, because they didn't put the stat block in here for this, and I really didn't think y'all were gonna, I don't know why I didn't think y'all were gonna fight them.
Is it
I don't know
animated
why.
objects? Is it animate objects?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I wasn't necessarily
It's a large
going
size?
to fight
It
them.
uses, the animated armor stat block. Is what
There
it
you go.
uses. Yeah.
That slam attack's probably gonna hurt.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
Hurt y'all.
for y'all, he's like,
I know.
I'm done.
Wow.
Wow.
Aaron
Okay.
has
Eventually he'll
switched
notice.
sides
It's not that
so
bad.
quick.
It
I mean,
really has.
Eventually he'll notice, hopefully.
Parthenos, it's only 7.
We'll see what the dice says.
He's like, I don't know, I might just stay here and not.
Perception's not great.
There is a creature that's over by you, Torn, that you see get up. It's actually that wrought iron gate, and it kind of begins like moving away from you where you were building scenery, but you know, it seems to think you belong here, so it just moves past you.
I see.
It's just like, that seems cool. Jericho, there is actually this plaster statue of an elf king clutching a scepter, and they attempt to swipe the scepter at you, but you are going to be out of range for them to hit. So, at this time, we will move back to the top of the order. Torn, what would you like to
Oh,
do?
really? It's just like that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like that, huh?
It
I
is.
see.
Just like that person that skipped you every time. God dang
see.
it. Sorry.
Wow.
Parthenos, it is your turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have an option to try to take your revenge. I am so sorry, sir.
Were you ready to do this? Let's
My
do
bad.
this.
My bad.
Take it down.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, what are you gonna
I
do?
have a separate mission now.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
No.
I'm curious.
I
We're all
don't know
waiting.
what we're doing,
He's
but
like,
I'm
I
here
have
for
a
it,
separate
sure.
mission, and we're all like,
He-
what?
I feel like
All right,
it's just
intrigued.
effing up my
Was
plans
told
because I
to-
accidentally missed him.
He
No,
was
it's fine
told to burn the papers, so.
He did ask him to burn them. The forge isn't very far. I mean, it's, you know, but
If he doesn't grab him to burn them, that's what I'm gonna do.
He's not gonna fight the flesh golem.
just didn't know.
Fuck no.
I'm told to leave.
It's like they just said leave, and that's all.
I'm gonna leave.
So I do have a
Fine, we could have just left.
interesting little series of events I want to do.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
Do 'em.
let me
Do
know.
all of
What are we
them.
doing?
Do all the interesting events.
Tell me how this goes.
Since in the theoretics, he would have been riding his warhorse all the way up to the point where he had to have squeezed through the hole,
Valid.
which he had to leave the warhorse behind.
Unfortunately, yes.
As his main action,
Okay.
he's going to whistle
Okay.
and recast Find Steed,
Okay.
and just he's going to call out Tempest,
Okay.
so his warhorse pops up right beside him again.
Got you. Okay.
That's neat.
Magic is helpful.
In theoretics, object interaction to pick up the pile of papers.
Okay. Go ahead.
Would you consider a half movement to mount horse?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so half movement to mount horse.
Okay.
So
Hey, you have horse movement.
yes, but still, would that be full horse movement or only half horse movement?
I'm gonna say half since you magicked him to you, and I know that's not technically his movement, but we're kind of doing a lot of things at once, and you're
Right,
also
yeah.
indoors.
Got a horse in a theater.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are also indoors. So
But we're in a large cavernous
you
indoors.
are in a large cavernous indoor area that is 80 feet across.
Yep.
So, you know, your horse might feel like it's a big stable.
Even so.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'll give him like half his movement. I'll give him the other half of his movement. You used half your movement to mount, and you called him. I will give him half of his movement.
Summoned horse.
So then
Mounted
towards door away,
So towards door back out of the room.
haul ass.
Okay. He's like,
That's towards
we're
the
done.
forge, right? The forge is like when you walk by it.
the forge is going to be when you came into the room, the creature. Honestly, what I'm going to say is that because what is his movement speed?
The
His
warhorse
forge?
is 60.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is that between his size and yes, the room is large, it's not going to be a stretch for you to throw the papers into the fire on your way out of the door.
Right.
You're fine. So, you're good. Okay, so Parthenos has decided, no thank you. He has taken the small creature.
Before movement,
Yes.
the bonus action is going to be to Daunting Roar.
Okay,
So any hostile creature within 10 feet of me has to make a wisdom save.
okay. What is the save?
14.
Yeah, they're probably all gonna fail that one. By a lot. I don't know why I'm rolling. Yeah, they're still all gonna fail it because they get a -3. So
I was thinking that. I was like, this is
I'm
kinda
sitting
bad
here like I don't know
armor.
why I'm rolling
They
this.
don't really have a wisdom saving throw to speak
No,
of.
it has a -3 on a wisdom save.
They are
So
all frightened of me.
okay, there and
I'm
that's
frightened of you.
I would be too at this point. Like dang.
So that would
All right.
would that like negate any attacks of opportunity GTFOing? Because they're technically frightened.
Yes, because they're not going to. Being frightened means they need to get away from you, which means they're not going to move toward you to make an attack.
Bitch,
Reach
didn't expect a lion.
You know?
No, on a horse. It's a horse. That's
I was
the
gonna
scary
say-
part.
Also, you're
lion or a
literally
horse?
yelling at inanimate objects who didn't even realize they had a soul or a life until like
They
30
do
seconds
now.
ago. So
They have
there's like,
souls.
oh god! I feel like existential dread hit them quick.
They were just born and immediately
I know.
frightened.
There's like,
That sounds about right.
I could die. Oh god! Yeah, you know that dread is real. All right. So if we come back to the top of the order, Torn,
I'm guessing I heard
the room is in absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Yes,
You recognize the roar. He's done it
you do.
before.
You do.
So I guess I'm looking
You
around.
heard the whistle. You probably recognize the whistle. I mean, you've heard him call his horse before.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that whistle.
What's going on?
yeah, that whistle, not yours. I'm sure he
I
recognized
get in
yours
trouble for
too,
whistling, but he doesn't
but
get
he
in trouble.
probably blocked yours out.
What's going on? What's all this ruckus? You know, quiet down. We're trying to build a set for the show.
Jordan is literally working here.
Torn, you don't work here. Take the vest off. Put the clipboard down.
Are we in trouble?
There
Yes.
Scene
So I guess I
manager.
noticed the bad guys now. How far away are they?
Probably,
Perception.
but to be fair, yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception at this point. Go
Sage
ahead.
is overwhelmed.
Alright, that's a 19.
Okay.
From
Think we
basic
can
to
get-
scene manager in
Yeah,
6 seconds.
I was gonna say, yeah, like from like not even part of the
Extra
crew
to main actor.
Yeah.
Listen, it happens.
What is going on?
Just yelling.
He's just yelling like he's on
Just
salt.
yelling
at
watching on the set.
Yeah, he's just yelling
Quiet
like,
on the set.
listen.
Listen. Sage, what are you fighting?
Nothing. They're running away.
Yeah, nothing right now.
Where
They're
my
all
friends
moving
go?
away from Parthenos for sure.
Why
Sage
Jericho
is still on the
first?
table, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Parthenos, you probably caught the tail end of his horse vanishing out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where Jericho is. You have no idea at this point. You weren't paying
Yeah.
attention.
No, it was not.
You might see Sage if you look around for a
Yeah,
second.
I'll look
She's
for
standing
Sage.
on a
Look for
table.
my friend.
What about Gleam and
Yeah, it was bleeding.
Honestly, they stood in the hallway because they were like, we're going to give this a moment. We're going to see how this one plays out before we walk in.
and then horse?
And then they heard they heard the words and they were like, we're going to stay right here. Yeah, they were, yeah. She literally had to look in the doorway and be like, ooh, I don't want to talk to her. And then she saw you go in and was like, nope, we're going to stay right here.
Alright,
Yeah,
so.
they're still outside, just like,
So, how far away is Sage from me? And what is in front of her?
there shouldn't actually be, everything is frightened. Between Parthenos, everything is kind of
Alright.
frightened at this moment. So,
Alright.
like, you wanted to get across the room to Sage, you could. Not a
Alright,
big deal.
that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay? I can get across the room to Sage. And if you make it clear that you are attempting to leave, especially you, because you were fine 5 minutes ago, like if it looks like you're picking up Sage, like you're taking her out, they're just going to probably continue to assume you're on their side, and they're good with that, and they're like,
Pretty
cool.
much, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
He's just going to pick you up, like,
That's fine.
Alright,
you
good
are
work.
supposed to be.
We'll take my friend. Clearly,
Lunchtime.
salt and having lunchtime. You all did great.
Yep.
That looks amazing.
Be like, all right, let's go.
You
to
see
work
my
now."
buddy
Like,
friend. Tell him where we went. Oh, that's a pretty bird.
He's like, great work on the set today, guys. Tomorrow we can run it. That'd be great.
Yeah. Take her back one. Alright. Let's get the fuck out.
Okay.
Poor Jericho all alone.
Jericho's just above by the ceiling. The lady that you were talking to when you came in, Jericho, she's gone. She went out that doorway to the far side and closed the door behind her.
It's
Sir Bird.
probably locked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the door I was headed towards? Is that where I think the costumes are?
That is the door you were
Stage
headed
left.
towards.
Yep.
There might be another way to get to the costumes, but honestly, at this point, maybe across this room isn't the way. So, you know.
Is there any other exits that we haven't come through already? Because there's the way we came.
There would
There's
be.
the way I was going.
Right. So, there is.
Okay,
There would be one other one. It is more of like a hallway
Okay.
that you would go up through to, well, this doesn't necessarily help right this second, but it would be like the hallway maybe you go to get to the main stage or something.
Okay. Well, I'm a bird, so
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
I go up the hallway.
Go
Um,
the opposite direction.
okay. Let's see here. I am
So
trying to
far
figure
first.
out. I was trying to figure out how that hallway works exactly. There's a thing in the hallway, and I knew there was, and I was just like, I think he can. He's flying. It's fine. Okay.
Mimic.
There we
Sorry.
go.
The hallway's a mimic.
Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I don't think the whole hallway is, but I've been wrong before. Yeah,
I ain't
that's
touching
fine.
nothing. I'm just a bird.
Jericho, you dart into what you can see is a little hallway here, and immediately it's just a shadowy hallway, and it looks like it's blocked right now by this wooden backdrop. Once you get about 10 feet in, like the whole hallway is blocked. It is painted to look like a library bookshelf, but it blocks you from moving any further for the moment.
Is it touching the walls and the ceiling and the floor, like completely all the way across?
Yeah, it's really definitely a bad placement of scenery, but you know.
Okay. Am I being? I don't think I'm being followed at this point.
Okay. You are not being followed at this point.
I'm gonna latch on to the backdrop and try to peck me a little hole, see if I can get through.
What kind of bird are you?
A small one.
Specifies.
You never specify.
Feels like a sparrow trying to peck through wood is what's happening in my head.
It might not all be wood.
Okay.
Turn into a
I mean-
woodpecker, maybe?
It's definitely a wooden backdrop, but that's fine.
Okay, so it's
You're-
just a freaking wall.
It's
not a backdrop.
honestly, to you as a bird, it probably does look like a wall. Like that is a very inconveniently placed bookshelf.
Before those cloth backdrops.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was
It
thinking. It might be a
was.
cloth backdrop, but
Yeah,
they don't have
nope,
sights
wooden
here
ones.
anymore.
All right, so Jericho, I'm going to leave you there because you seem unsure what
yeah,
you
I don't
would
know
like
what to do.
So we're going to leave you there for a moment, and we are going to come back. So, Sage, you've been picked up by Parthenos, or not Parthenos, I'm sorry, by Torn,
Mhm.
and he has ushered you from the room back into the hallway.
Okay.
She's like,
Okay.
it's fine,
She's safe now.
you're good.
Really, at this point, nothing they do really surprises me.
Would you like to do anything, or you're just like, this is fine?
Yeah, no,
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Like we're out of danger. Most everybody's together. Jericho created this himself. He's on his own.
I didn't
Okay,
mean to abandon him.
So no
I
questions,
didn't
nothing
know.
like that. You're just gonna move into the hallway and be like, we're just gonna wait here for a minute.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
probably waiting to see if Jericho's behind us because at this point we don't even know that he flew off.
Salad. You
No.
don't know that yet.
Torn's probably asking you what's going on.
Yeah.
So
You probably can't
I'm
even
probably
see.
feeling torn in. Like
Right.
Jericho pissed off somebody and they
Ugh.
said
What
things
else
to
is
fight
there?
us as usual.
Yeah.
Alright, what else is there?
Okay,
Same old-
Parthenos, you
same
are a
old
large
fucking
war
eggs.
horse in
Yeah.
a hallway. It's
Uh-huh.
feeling a little squishy.
Now that
War
we're
horses
joined.
hallways, you know. Yeah. But there you be.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? Would you like to do anything? Are you waiting to figure out if Jericho's behind you? What are you doing? Because once you exit the doorway, nothing continues to follow you. It all kind of just stops. Even, like, everything was more or less frightened, but you could still hear it shuffling. And honestly, once y'all clear the doorway, everything just kind of stops. And all you hear is after a few minutes, you hear, like, maybe that, like, what has to be maybe the goblins that had been in the room that had hidden themselves. And you hear, like, them calling out to each other, like, you hear maybe something silly, like, Ralph, like, I thought you were finishing the backdrops. Oh, look, it's almost done. That's really cool. Where did that other guy that just started go? I don't think he was supposed to be here. Huh, did great work. I'd hire him. Like, that's it. Like, there's sounds of general confusion. A lot of stuff got done that they're like, impressive work.
One's making wisdom saving throws like, I could go back.
To be fair, I don't know that they would see him as a threat. Like, he's done nothing threatening and he removed a threat. So they'd probably be like, ah, get back. Yeah. So,
Making friends.
that's all we hear.
Making friends.
Just making
Okay.
friends.
Parthenos, so do you want to do anything or are you just holding for a minute to figure out what's happening now?
Parthenos is gonna tap on his armor next to his pocket
Uh-huh.
and hold his hand out for the little Briganock to hop on.
Okay. And he does. So do you want to speak to him? You were going to ask him questions or anything, or you're just letting him know he's safe?
Well,
Kind of thing.
no, letting him know he's safe,
Okay.
but also letting him know that the fires have been stoked.
Ah. So he says thank you. I did not want her getting her hands on my creations, but there was not much I could do when she had me chained here.
Of course.
So thank you. So with that, we're back at Torn. Torn, you hear them praising your work behind you,
Mm-hmm.
and their little goblin voices. Ralph is very impressed.
Nice.
Will really wants to know where you went, and Jeremiah is like, guys, I don't think he worked here. I don't think he worked here at all.
Alright, and I can't see Jericho anywhere, can I?
Nope, not at all.
Now that I know he's a bird.
Do you know he's a bird?
Yeah,
I
Did
don't
she tell you?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I
No,
told
but
him
you
that
still
on-
aren't gonna see him because
he's,
he went down a hallway.
We're down another hallway.
Well,
He went like 10 feet down a
ruins
hallway.
that plan.
Yeah. He's just in a hallway.
Yeah, I guess I just gotta. Guess I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You're just
wait it
standing
out.
there like- I guess this is what we're doing.
I mean, there's things I could do, but it would just make
That's
the
okay.
situation much worse. I mean, there's a good shatter that could be casted, some thunder away.
Right.
Okay.
But I made goblin friends. So
Well, we're-
Yeah.
He's like, he's just taking
One
names.
goblin friend.
These are the few people I need to make sure get out with me. Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is alright. I need to find Jericho.
Okay.
So he's just gonna scan to see if he can find Jericho as a bird.
And he cannot.
Alright.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a second. We're gonna take a break. And Jericho,
Yes.
we're gonna come to you because after you have been not still, but hanging out for just literally right at 1 minute or so, the backdrop that you are perched up against and attempting to tap on now, whether you realize it's because you think from your mighty strength of your pecking or
naturally.
what, it swings open.
Oh.
And it reveals another stretch of hallway that goes an additional 10 feet, and then there is another backdrop there. What would you like to do?
I'm flying through.
Okay.
Stay the course.
When you actually move up to this next backdrop, it actually swings back as well. Now, once you've moved through that first one, it swings back shut. Right, so it was
Excellent.
shut. So you go through the second one, and it looks like a C, and then it swings back shut, and there's a third one.
Yep.
And you go through it, and it just swings right back shut.
Wow. See, I'm really good at this.
All by himself over there, guys.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Flying
Party
on.
is separate.
All right, now where am I?
Again.
Jericho, you actually see rows of tiered seating filling the back half of a theater. You see motes of dust floating and dancing above the ancient
That's the
upholstery.
way I like it.
And the seats are facing a stone stage flanked by wooden silhouettes of fir trees. They're lit from behind and above by a white, moon-like sphere of glass that hangs from the ceiling by a short chain. It casts long shadows on the wall, and suspended above the stage is a trapeze. You can see shadows moving about on the stage, although you don't see any creatures that the shadows appear to belong to at this moment.
Terrifying. I still don't care about all this. I gotta find my way to the costume room.
Okay, so we're gonna bounce back from you to the rest of the party.
Similar adventure when I was
Who I
looking
feel
for
like is I feel like has been effectively in the hallway for about 5 minutes, and no Jericho, no bird, nothing has joined you. Nothing.
We wait a little longer.
It's just like
We're just like, we don't know.
Is he dead?
Are those things still animated? Like, could we go back out there?
Messing up my paint job.
none of the things you were painting moved. God. Gleam looks at you and goes, I didn't hear her speak the word that stops the animation. So they're probably still animated.
What's the word?
I don't honestly remember.
How do you know she didn't say it?
Well, being that she didn't speak any other words before she left, I feel like I am safe in saying that. You know what? You're not here. You can't ask questions. Mind you. Anyhow, I'm here answering questions for people who aren't here.
Spirit
Gleam
Jericho's always
does
with you.
look at you though and says, the options that we would have though, there is a second doorway out of that room that would have went to a hallway that should go into the Shadow Theater.
Ooh, that sounds
Or, if we go back up this hallway and over a bit, this was the easiest way to get to the dressing room. They'll ask for costumes. I could take you by another route.
Let's do that. I'm sure Jericho's headed to the costume room.
He's like,
Yeah.
If I know my best friend and little
oh
buddy,
dear God.
he's gonna get in that costume room.
He's headed
Well,
there.
and this is why I use
Yep.
my best friend.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
sure he's disguised himself to hide from his girlfriend.
That is the plan.
So,
We did not end on
Gleam
good
takes
terms.
you through a small, very rarely used passage. You can tell it's not usually like the one people use. It's just that weird one that they keep open for cats or something. Who knows? There's always those in theaters. No one knows why it's still there. Parthenos is a little bit of a squeeze.
Gremlins.
Huh?
So that's where I would be hanging out if there's cats.
It's valid. Parthenos is a little bit of a squeeze for you, and your horse.
Well, if that's the case, then he'll get off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
He'll
don't-
lead the horse
Yeah,
behind
so
him.
I don't know that he's gonna
You
fit.
can just teleport the horse.
But I was just saying, you know, whatever you'd like to do. But she is going to actually say, listen, we can just take you through here. And as you move through that, she's actually going to tell you, she's going to point at a room that you pass and explain to you that that's actually the performers' quarters there. It's where everyone usually lives. And she takes you into the dressing room. And as you walk in, resting against the walls of this circular chamber are 3 dressing tables. Each one has a mirror atop it, and the mirrors are bordered by tiny balls of bright golden light. And an ornate, high-backed chair on clawed feet sits before each table. You see slumped in one of the chairs is a bugbear, dressed as a green dragon from the neck down. And on the floor nearby is a fake dragon head and tail that appear to be the rest of the costume. You can see that, oddly enough, when you're looking at the bugbear, the 3 of you who are coming into this room with Gleam, as she's not walking in front of any of you indoors anymore. She's like, that seems like an idea we're just not doing.
She knows
I'll
where
let them do this. She just kind of tells you where to go, and you go in. The bugbear appears a bit dejected, and you notice that although the chair is casting a shadow, and the pieces of his costume that are laying on the floor he himself is casting no shadow. All right, now, Jericho,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Peter Pan.
You are in the back of a theater, flying above this area, and you can see that on this stage are just shadows, and they appear to be moving about as if maybe they are practicing for a play.
Using my keen mind,
Uh-huh.
I would like to figure out where I need to go to get to the costume department.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to tell you that, because she didn't give you a map.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have a keen mind
You do.
and survival and possibly investigation that I would like to deduce which way I should go.
Well, if you would like,
I would.
the only doors out of this room, there is a door out of this room that appears to go back up to some kind of hallway, right? So you've
Okay.
flown in. This is a shadow theater area. What you can see from where you've flown in from, for whatever reason, even though that was downstage, it kind of connected to a main area through those doors. So you can see there's another door out, kind of like we would normally expect an auditorium door to be.
Uh-huh.
And you can assume that there's probably another backstage door past the shadows on the stage.
Okay.
If you want to try going backstage some more, because those are your options.
I would like to go backstage
Okay. So
without crossing directly over the stage, unless I absolutely must.
yeah, you have to go over stage to get backstage.
Okay, there's no way to go around. No way to go under.
Not how backstage works.
Just asking. Not a theater kid.
Not how backstage
You
works.
don't have to go.
Well,
Yes.
that makes two of us.
Yes. Not how backstage works.
Yeah.
You have to go across the stage a bit.
Okay, well, I just stay up high and
Okay.
zoom straight off.
Okay. If you do not do anything to the shadows, they're not going to do anything to you. They're just
I
going
have
to
no
continue
intention
to.
of interacting with
He's
those
like,
night
not at
manages.
all.
Start nothing, won't be
Um,
nothing.
Jericho.
When in the history of Jericho has he ever been like, that looks horrifying. Maybe I'll interact with it.
Jericho, what I will give you an opportunity to do is to roll me a perception to see if you notice anything specific about some of the shadows that are in this area.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to ignore that because he does not care. Not in the slightest. He does not want to look closer.
Okay.
He wants to completely ignore them and pretend they don't exist.
Okay. Well then, with you willfully ignoring them,
Yes,
you
willfully.
you absolutely can just keep heading backstage.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Okay, so that's you have to go through the stage to get to backstage.
You have to go through a stage to get backstage.
Just wanted to be clear here.
Yep. So stages work like this. There's a stage, and then there's an area behind the stage, and that's called backstage. And usually the only way to get that is to go across the stage.
Right.
Or to have been completely outside of, like, the entire space to come in behind the stage.
Okay, and that option is out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I guess
because
I
you're in the
gotta go this way.
auditorium. So once you're in the auditorium, that means you're in front of the stage.
All right. I go backstage.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know that I'm backstage because I don't know what that means. But I at least go past the stage looking for.
I was going to say, you're going to assume you fly past some kind of curtains or something into an area that's now darker. And
Excellent.
more like a low light area, to be fair. All right, so back to everyone else.
You just love torturing her.
I just feel like putting like a diorama of how a stage works. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
how.
Just make a copy of that page and just stick it over.
Yeah, it's kind of like being like, can I get to like the choir area without going across the pulpit? No. No.
Where are the Muppets at?
Yeah, there's not a balcony in this specific space, but there are in other ones.
Yeah.
So that's where they probably would be. Probably with Scabatha and her sister.
I believe that.
Yeah. They might be dating now. Who knows?
That'd be okay.
They seem
Scabatha.
decently.
Scabbing cheating
Angry.
on you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's not really cheating if I know about it and I accept it.
I mean, true.
It's really
It's just
just.
an open relationship.
Yeah, I just, it's fine. She got her thing. I got my thing. Sometimes we have our things together.
There you go.
Wait, are we talking about
Just
her and the
no,
Muppets or her
just-
and her sister? I'm really confused right now.
Jericho doesn't judge.
Okay.
Okay, Parthenos, did you want to do anything? You're in the dressing room now, as are two of your compatriots. You're watching through the dressing room. You see these 3 tables. There are costumes, around, hanging from those hanging racks to the sides. And then there's this bugbear slumped over in a chair. He has not turned or acknowledged your presence in any way at this time. He seems very lost in his own thoughts.
Another bugbear missing from the carnival.
So, those of you who are here, what would you like to do?
Kill the half dragon.
I'm going to start
Same
throwing
level.
things at Jericho's head because
What?
Jericho's not here.
The bugbear's in the dragon costume, right? That's what he's
Half-
Yes,
half a dragon.
this is correct.
Excuse me, Mr. Bugbear?
Yes,
Are you from the carnival?
I was at one point, yeah.
Do you want to get back to the carnival?
I mean, I was so unpopular. So why I came here in the first place, because she promised she could help me be more likable. Because they really didn't like me. And I really felt like maybe if it wasn't for my brother, they would have maybe kicked me out. But now I don't have a shadow. That feels like it could be off-putting.
What happened to your shadow?
Yeah.
I traded that to become more likable. I don't know if that part worked either.
So if we defeat the hag, does he get a shadow back?
Jericho's not there.
I was gonna say
I was
first,
gonna say,
you can't ask Jericho.
As has
He's
been
not
made
there.
clear,
That's
Jericho's
great.
not there.
Secondly,
only
is
in
that
spirit.
are you asking the
So
question
good.
in the third party to the bugbear, or are we just
No,
speculating
we're
out
just
loud like what's
speculating.
happening? Parthenos. Your people are speculating out loud, I think.
To
I don't know what's
Jericho
happening.
when he's not there. So
You
I'm
have
just
thoughts?
Yep.
Like, talking to myself.
It's okay to admit you miss Jericho.
If anyone does.
She's not sure on that one yet. She just doesn't know what to do with the quiet.
Parthenos will walk up, pull the chair from one of the other ones and sit beside him. Hearing what Sage had said, oh, Burley.
Yep.
Hurley told us about him.
Yeah.
He's looking for you.
He misses
Sure
you.
he is.
He misses you.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to stay with the carnival if I can't figure myself out. And she said she'd make more likable. I think I've gotten a little bit better. I don't know. I can't even remember the lines of stupid play.
I mean, dude, the carnival keeps me around. I don't do shit.
Hmm?
He said, the
No.
carnival keeps me around and I don't do shit. Just grab a tool and act like you're working. That's all you gotta do.
You have an instrument. I assume that you sing.
Yeah, I play a little music.
They normally keep those people around.
I don't.
You're a fairy. I
And you're a bugbear.
I don't think literally I need to say anymore about why they're gonna keep you around the
So if you get your shadow back, you think that will make you likable?
Oh, maybe. At least if I had it back, I could try. Andolin swears that I have been getting a little bit better
I mean,
with my acting. I mean, I can't remember these lines, but she swears my emoting is getting better.
do you need
The
to
mirrors
run-
say it's not. I don't know who to believe anymore.
You want to run lines? I'll run lines with you.
Mirrors.
Wait, these mirrors can talk.
Yes.
Usually they're portals of getting back.
No, not these.
Mirror, what's your problem?
Oh my goodness. So with that, one of the mirrors just turns to you and like doesn't turn to you, rather. A face kind of coalesces out of the mirror. The one that is, let's just say the one in front of Hurley, and hears you shouting at it, and it kind of just looks at you and goes, "Oh. Mendelin's been expecting you.
Well, has she now?
You should probably go see her."
Why you insult this bro's acting?
It's bad.
Can't be that bad.
Can't be that good either. You know what? I bet any money that probably if you get out on that stage that you could show him how it's done. And I'm sure Andolin would appreciate the performance of one such as yourself. I've heard you talking. Apparently you work at the carnival.
Yep. I think I'll run lines with Hurley and get his confidence up. Burley. My bad. Burley.
Okay.
Burley, Hurley.
And you are more than welcome to do that.
Yep, someone work with Burley and run lines with him.
Okay.
And
And tell them like, hey,
Oh, and yeah, a shadowless bugbear? That'd be an awesome carnival attraction.
Sure. I don't know how people are gonna feel about that, but okay.
I'd pay money to see it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Burley, what is it that you did at the carnival?
Mostly just played villains, because that's all they really had me do. I tried to act in a few shows. I mean, we put on a few, performances. People just found me generally unlikable. I have a little bit of a temper.
Do you not think you're in the wrong frame of portion?
Huh?
Why would you not be security with your brother for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light? You don't seem like the performance type. Use your anger towards kicking people out.
Could be a good option. But I kind of always imagined that I was born for the stage. Just, I don't know. I feel like maybe I've been getting better, but without my shadow, I feel like that's going to continue to hinder my performances. People generally find that very disconcerting. I mean, there's other people here that I've met that are like that, and they find it disconcerting.
Well, what other people think of you does not matter.
Okay.
As I say, why don't you try to run security with your brother? You think of yourself as the main character and everybody else as your actors.
Yeah. Then you can save up money and go to Bard College, get some acting lessons. I know college is
Get some acting
expensive.
classes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're
What
good
is
help.
happening?
Trying to get this bro to be an actor.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
Well,
why I'm good at performing. I wasn't born able to play this lute.
I'm supposed to be able to go back after 3 years. I don't know how long I've been here now. But
Time's weird in the Feywild from what I understand.
yeah, that's what I'm being told. So I don't know.
3 years, 3 months, 3 days. There's no telling.
But maybe if y'all are going back that way, I could try going with you. Maybe I could speak to Miss Endelin, or maybe you could on my behalf. I mean, it sounds like the mirror said she's waiting for you. If you put on a good performance, I'm sure she'll want to talk to you.
Sure.
Need the other member of our party.
Yeah, well, have you seen a bunny bird around here?
Huh?
Bunny that transformed into a bird.
Huh?
We got a
He's
pine
about
friend.
yay tall, won't shut up.
Doesn't know the meaning of time.
Goes by the name Jericho Moss Blossom, the Westbriar Moss Blossoms.
Or cotton candy, Jericho, Moss Blossom, Westbriar, Moss Blossom.
No, if you have to think that hard on it, you have not seen him.
You'll know when
You
you see him.
can't forget him.
Yeah.
I don't think
Once you meet Jericho,
so.
there's no going back.
To be fair, one of the other mirrors that's been quiet makes a soft chime and goes, I really think that you should probably go see Miss Endelin. It's probably where your friend's gonna end up.
Where's the costume department?
We're in costume.
You're
We're
in!
We are in costume. That's right.
Well, let me grab a costume for Jericho. Let's see what it like.
so starts rummaging through this stuff.
Just look for a jester cap and you're fine.
There.
That's what he was gonna get anyway.
See?
Alright, look for this.
Go for it.
Go find it.
Whatever you want to look for, I will say. We have a few more minutes, and I will let everyone take a moment to tell me, are you looking for anything other than that specifically? You're looking for costumes for yourselves, right? Of some sort?
Yes.
No? Yes,
Sure.
maybe?
I guess so.
Okay. Hurley's already told you you're probably going to need to perform something, so you're aware of that.
Yep.
So there's options here. Jericho, I will come back to you very quickly and very briefly and say yes. You are able to find, you get backstage, and there is not one door, there are 3.
Okay. Are they marked?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
What's behind door number 3?
okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that this actually leads you to another hallway for just a moment. And then for whatever reason, and it just kind of seems to spill you out into what you're assuming is probably where the performers live at.
Aha.
So you are in sleeping quarters now. So.
Interesting. Is there anybody in here?
There are. There's actually a man sobbing in his bunk. There is someone else crying on the floor. There's a couple of people sleeping. It's not a nice place, guys. I feel like everyone keeps waiting for this to get better. Andolin's not great, guys.
I mean, I like her aesthetic.
Oh my god, I like her aesthetic. So,
I perch above the door momentarily and croak out, "Nevermore!"
oh my gosh. And they think, great. So, at this time, we're going to
Back
close.
the way I came.
Wow.
All right.
Nope.
There were 5 people in that room. 3 of whom appeared to, one was crying, one was more or less asleep, 2 were crying, and 2 were pacing. So, at this time, we're going to end for the evening.
Yay!
Apparently, we get to give people strips of paper, and they will be terrified of what they mean, so we will really slow. That's great.
Pretty sure there are lines if you got the form.
There are definitely lines on this. So, good night, and again, thank you to Comic Emporium for hosting us this evening. Have a good evening, and keep those candles burning until next time, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next week for Dragonlance.
Bye!
Good
Bye,
night,
everyone!
Alright, I guess we gotta put our lines back in the paper.
You can put all of your lines back. It won't even matter
Next
if you look at
session
them.
we get to do the
Next session.
Next session we can't avoid the